experiment using the vinegar and our eggs. So first,
the shell of an egg, typically a chicken egg, is made up of primarily calcium carbonate. If you soak this eggshell in vinegar, which is about 4% acetic acid, you start a chemical reaction that dissolves the calcium carbonate shell. The acetic acid reacts with the calcium carbonate in the eggshell and releases carbon dioxide gas that you see as bubbles on a shell.
24 hours later.
Osmosis happens when a solvent like distilled water diffuses across a membrane into a solution that has a higher concentration of some solute, like salt water. Eggs are a model system for demonstrating osmosis because the thin membrane that lies underneath the shell is permeable to water, providing a system that changes volume as water passes in or out of the egg's interior.
A few moments later.
diffusion of solutions inside of the cell membrane. Observe the moment we put the silver nitrate inside of the beaker, only small particles can go out in the pores, which means the starch remains inside.
Is a concentrated solution of proteins and water. So when the egg is soaked in concentrated salt water, the egg or the osmosis causes the water to diffuse back out of the egg, and thus the volume of the egg decreases. For experiment, I learned that our cell has this mechanism or movements that regulate the water or the volume of water inside and outside of our cell.
In conclusion, hypotonic, hypertonic, and isotonic solution are part of everyday life. Without the solution, sea animal, freshwater animals, and medical patient could not survive. And also, most of the cells of our body are isotonic. It will not burst like hypotonic, nor shrink like hypertonic. It will stay as it is. Our cell will never die.
How the diffusion takes place in solid, liquid, and gases. As we've experimented about solid diffusion, methylene blue represents the food that we take, and the beaker represents our human body. So, as we eat food, it slowly dissolves to our digestive system, and the nutrients will directly scatter to the different parts of our body. So in the end, solid directly scatter until it reaches its equilibrium.
Dialysis, the separation of particles in a liquid on the basis of difference to the ability to pass through a membrane. NaCl or sodium chloride is a small particle that passes in a membrane. The salt of the body is releasing by the cell that will be disposed through urination.
Dialysis is the diffusion of solute across a liquidly permeable membrane. In our experiment, the reaction occurs the moment we put the silver nitrate inside of the beaker that has the water cellophane that represent the cell membrane. And the solution and the starch solution remain inside of the cell because it has bigger particles and it can't be fit in the pores of cell membrane.